Hello and a very warm welcome to this video today. My name's David and I'm an energy intuitive and channeler. At one of our recent interactive live events, a member of the audience posed two very interesting questions, but first just a little bit of context. We all plan our objectives for our lifetime, and we come here, we incarnate, we live our life, and then we exit when our life is completed. And this particular person wanted to know, how is it known when we have completed our lifetime's journey, and what happens if we don't meet our objectives? So I think this question was posed from the perspective of, are we being monitored? Are we effectively, is it a bit like an employment situation where we have to meet certain objectives, and if we don't, there's some particular penalty? So both of those questions were answered by the Galactic High Council, who are a higher dimensional group of beings who are responsible for overseeing aspects of incarnation. So the answers were channeled through and they've been recorded, two separate channels, two separate recordings. So I'm going to show both of those to you today. So first we will look at the recording which answers how is it known when we've completed our lifetime's journey. Throughout the reincarnational cycle, you complete many more lifetimes than you actually need to do. You do this because you often enjoy the experience, and as a result of this, your soul journey extends over many more lifetimes than it actually needs to do so. There are those who do not relish the incarnated experience, and they will often choose a very heavy or intense set of lifetimes so that they can advance very quickly through their soul journey to the point of the next graduation. Graduation can mean many things, however, we know it would be wise for us to expand on that. If you think of the concept that you know as Ascension, whereby you elevate your consciousness throughout your lifetimes, as you raise your vibration, you expand your perspectives and your understanding, and indeed a greater connection to others. This raises your vibration. This is the ultimate goal of each lifetime, to raise your vibration so that you can effectively move forward on your soul journey. You can expand, so to speak, and that expansion feeds into the greater depth and greater understanding of the universe, so to speak. This is a very large topic, a big concept for us to explain and for you to take in. So we will keep to the query at hand by stating that each individual lifetime, although there are goals that you have set for yourself prior to your incarnation, you do not have to complete all of those goals. Indeed, you may go further than your stated goals, or you may not reach the point at which you achieve all the goals that you wish to achieve for that lifetime. But there is no monitoring of your progress. You are free to pick and choose where you incarnate and what experiences you want. You do, of course, plan this from your own perspectives, from your own best interests, and what is the best for your higher good. At the end of each lifetime, there is a review period. And it is during this review period where you get to understand where you are on the vibrational scale, where you can go next, whether or not you can graduate, or whether you must go back and serve another lifetime. It's all dependent upon your own needs and your own wishes. There is nobody setting you targets or deciding that you must complete a certain number of lifetimes. There are, of course, a certain number of lifetimes that are often needed for each individual soul so that they can complete a significant portion of their soul journey to reach the next point of graduation. And at the next point of graduation, you can then, in effect, traverse the dimensions. You can incarnate on a higher dimensional world and you can move on. Or you can move into an entirely different role in the non-physical, perhaps, if that is what interests you. But it is always your own choice, your own journey. You decide what you want to achieve for each lifetime. You also decide what you want to achieve in the greater meaning of your soul journey. There are those that do in fact graduate or elevate to a certain point of their evolution, and they decide, I'm going to stay here for a while. I enjoy being here. It's great, it's fun, and I'm familiar and comfortable with it, and they will stay there. Then, perhaps a millennia later, they might decide, oh, I now want to move on. So they will choose another form of expansion journey. This may or may not include more incarnations. But as we have said, it is always your choice. It's your journey. You decide what you want to do, where you want to go, and that is always facilitated. It is not as though you have a boss where you apply for a job. That is not the situation at all. The universe is an expansive place, and to some, it can seem like a playground. To others, it is a lifetime's achievement or a journey. It all depends upon your individual perspective and what you want to achieve. But you are not, and never will be, under any pressure to achieve certain things. So at the end of each lifetime, you take what you're given or what's happened. You take the expansion that has been achieved over the course of the lifetime. And when it's over, you can then decide, do you want to do that again to enjoy further expansion? Or do you want to spend some time in the non-physical and explore the opportunities that are presented to you there? This is all we have for you on this query. We hope it meets the requirements. Thank you for allowing us to speak this evening. Good evening to you all. Hello again. I'm glad to see you're still here and watching this video. I haven't bored you to tears. That's a good thing. So next up we have the second recording from the event, which answers the question, what happens if we don't meet our objectives? We just want to reiterate that there are no set objectives that you must meet for each lifetime, for it is you that sets those goals. You decide on what experiences you will have to provide the expansion opportunities that you would like to happen for that lifetime. There are certain worlds that you can incarnate upon that will give you a greater progression or momentum because of the density of that world, or more specifically, because of the people and the places and the opportunities that exist on that world. Indeed, Earth is one of those environments which is and can be quite transformative. You can make significant progress along a lifetime by incarnating here on Earth. And indeed, many souls choose to do that. But if they do not meet their stated objectives, there is no harm done. They do not set themselves back, for they have still progressed forward through the lifetime, through the expansion that their experiences have brought to them. So indeed, there is no harm done. They are not in a position where they do not get a prize at all, for they get a prize every day of their lives. And at the point they return back to non-physical, there is a review, there is a totting up, so to speak, of what happened, what experiences were understood, what elevations happened, the level of expansion, the gain in perspective and understanding, the connection to unity consciousness, if one was made, and the overall understandings that came out of that lifetime that resulted in the soul's journey moving forward and the expansion opportunities that were leveraged, shall we say. So there is no concept of you not making the grade. You make the grade every day just by being here, just by living a lifetime. And even those that come in for only a short time, they still enjoy expansion, the experience of coming here, the birthing experience, and their short lives. They still progress and they still expand, and they have still served a purpose, both for themselves in terms of their own lifetime, as well as the others who they interact with. So, all in all, there is nothing for any of you to worry about or to fear. Humans are very good at putting themselves under extraordinary pressure to achieve things that they don't actually need to achieve. You set your own goals, you set your own parameters, and you live by your own rules. unless you decide not to and you pass your power on to others. But that is a whole nother topic and a whole nother subject for another day. We hope this additional information, meets your requirements. Good evening once again. Thank you to the Galactic High Council for that information and for providing me the opportunity to channel it through. Some interesting information there. The thing that struck out for me was that we have sovereignty of our own journeys. There is nobody telling us what we have to achieve when we have to achieve it, and that we set our own objectives and we live our lives and we do the best we can. And if we don't meet those objectives, it's not really an issue. We just have another go, which is good to know. So all that's left for me to say is thank you for watching this video today.